the red.
I got you. We're
Um,
good.
oh, there it is.
I already forgot what I was about to say. Let's pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Let us pray. God, I come to you today, Lord. I thank you for just the opportunity that we all have to serve your people, the ones that you put with us in this county, God. Lord, as we continue to make the decisions, let us be wise. Let us be diligent in how we communicate. And God, I thank you for the opportunity to serve. Lord, be with all those who are protecting us, who are fighting for our freedoms, for those who are out there responding to any crisis that's going on, be it health, medical, or even protection. God, I pray that you're with them. Lead, guide, and direct us always. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
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 Thank you. Okay, anybody have any questions on the bills? I don't have a chance to go through those.
I move to bills as presented.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Is that good?
Goodness, that was great.
Item 4, consider and or approve payroll. Kathy sent us payroll. Do you have?
Do the payroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the total on the payroll for June was 840,914.63.
Make a
We
motion
didn't
to,
have any changes.
make a motion to approve payroll.
Second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve payroll. All in favor? Okay. Item 5, any additions or corrections to our previous Commissioners Court meeting?
No corrections. That was the June 27th meeting.
Okay. Item 6, any public comments? Item 7, consider, discuss, approve, and in all items are necessary, that are necessary or pertaining to the county jail. And Monica, I hate to ask you this because I know that you only have a couple of things to say, but can you come up to the podium? And we're trying to get in the habit of having anyone that speaks to come up to the podium so we can hear better.
I have 50 inmates, 41 males and 9 females, and there are an additional 6 females at Carson County.
That's not included in that 50?
Correct. The 50 at this facility.
Okay,
Also, Mr. Bentley got us a sewer machine for the county. We were able to use it the last few days. That did save us having to call Allen's out, so it's already serving its purpose.
it's already paid for itself.
I appreciate that.
It's that sewer machine. It's anybody in the county needs it. But it's going to stay at the jail because they use it more than anybody.
Right.
It's already serving its purpose, and I appreciate that very much.
Thanks. Item 8, consider, discuss, approve any and all items necessary or pertaining to the county courthouse.
The chairlift install is complete. Did the state inspection on it last Friday. The east and west doors, refinishing on those. We finished those Friday. It's done.
And they look really good.
They turned out real well.
They do look
They
nice.
did a good job on it.
Yes.
Real good job. And they got right on it too, so I was impressed with that. Since the chairlift's installed, the only door now unlocked is the south door. The north door is not locked. It's not open anymore.
Okay, good.
And also an update on the time frame for the elevator project. Talked to them last week with Advanced Elevator. If all goes well, manufacturing, shipping and all that, it could start mid-September. But probably a little later than that because nothing's coming out of manufacturing on time.
Okay.
So I don't know how that plans into the court dates and all.
Yeah, we may need to check the district court calendars just to make sure they don't have a jury trial or something going on.
We get a little closer. If you check on that,
I will.
appreciate it, then we could work around
Yeah.
that, but that's what he's telling us right now.
October.
Uh,
I think the next one they have is in October.
It will take,
So I mean, if it's close to that, we're going to need to wait till after.
that's just let them know when y'all figure it out when that's going to be. And then I can let them know, but we're looking at, they started out 2 weeks to get this done, but I bet it's a little longer than that.
Usually.
So I'd say at least 3.
Okay. Anything else on the courthouse?
That's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Item 9 is to consider and or approve the resignation of Derek Williamson, who is our ag extension agent. So Derek has accepted a position teaching school at River Road ISD, and he'll be moving over there. So he has tendered his resignation, and that was effective July the 5th. I have not spoken to Josh Brooks, who is our extension rep for this area. But probably will be talking to him fairly soon. Josh is usually really good about filling those positions as quickly as he can. So we'll see what he has in mind.
So were we gonna pay him through the 5th or through the 4th or what?
Well, he has said his last day of employment will be July the 5th.
Okay.
Did he not give you a copy of
I
this?
think he did. But I didn't really look at
Okay.
it. I'm not sure why I chose that day.
I don't know.
All right, we'll pay the 5th.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion?
Motion we approve the resignation of Derek Williamson.
And,
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the resignation. Any further discussion? All in favor? What was this?
Gary,
Yeah.
I don't want to erase your vote.
Okay, item 10 is, we're going to go into executive session in regards to section 551.07 All right, we're
Except
back.
for July.
Oh, yeah.
We cut him off.
Jerry.
All right, we're back in session, in open session, and we are on item number 11, which is to consider and or approve and take any necessary action from our executive session. So do I have a motion in regards to that deliberations about security devices?
Make a motion, we approve the contract with Ninja One contingent on the amendments.
Okay, well, so we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? All in favor? Did y'all hold your hands up? Okay. Any opposed? All right, motion carried. And then in regards to section 551074 personnel matters, we will take no action on that at this time. All right, item 12, consider and or approve Hutchinson County budgeting policies and procedures. So Leisha has been working diligently on this and I believe y'all got an email copy of this and were able to read through it, correct? Leisha, do you have anything to add to any of this?
No, the only thing, I was just gonna point out a few things. Just that because of our population size, the county judge serves as the budget officer, assisted by the county auditor. It just kind of outlays kind of a general information, and then it outlays what our fiscal year is from October 1 to September the 30th. It just states that the budget is used as a management control device for the county. It also states that each department needs to make every effort to manage expenditures in a fiscally prudent manner. Technology requests should increase the efficiency of the county government. Just some basic information. One of the things that on the amendment policy, I just wanted to point out that the commissioners may transfer from one budgeted line item to another budgeted line item without declaring an emergency. But any actual amendment to the budget, it should only be done in the case of grave public necessity, is what the statute says. So anytime we want to discuss doing a budget amendment, take that into account.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's basic. Straightforward. You have any questions?
Thank you, Leisha. Do y'all have any questions for Leisha on the policies?
I'll make a motion to approve the Hutchinson County budgeting policy and procedures as stated.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, Leisha, thank you for this. It's a lot of work and a lot of time you've spent on it. I appreciate it. All right, item 13, consider and or approve addition to spending policy for incumbent county and precinct officials who were not renominated or reelected. So we talked about this in our last meeting, commonly referred to as the lame duck policy. And basically just will state that officials must receive approval from the Commissioners Court for any line item expenditure over 25% of the budget amount. Did I state that correctly?
Yes.
And this is for any official who is not renominated or reelected to office.
Now, is this 25% of
The line
budget?
item,
Oh, line item.
line item,
All right.
yes. For any line item expenditure.
Okay, okay. So before, like, let's say if I had to order envelopes, then I need to come to the court first?
Yes,
Okay.
if it will be over 25% of your budgeted line item. Any questions?
Are you gonna have a little form, Alicia, for us to?
I can make one.
She's getting super excited about that.
Everybody likes forms.
I'm gonna need one, because I need envelopes, and he's looking at a chair,
Right.
other things, so, okay.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the, we calling it the lame duck or what?
Spending policy.
The spending policy for incumbent county and precinct officials who were not renominated or reelected to office.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Hey, if you look over there, you
Oh,
can
could
see
they
us
get them
all raise
all?
our hand. Everybody raise your hand.
Okay, maybe that's what I
Yeah.
need to do.
There you go. So-
Okay, thanks, Judge.
I didn't realize that. Wow, we're quick. Okay,
Right into the camera then, Rachel?
right.
Yeah.
All right, item 14 is to consider and or approve any ARP grant projects. We don't have any, right, today? All right, item 15 is to consider and or approve the burn ban or rescind the burn ban. Oh, that's cool.
We haven't started yet?
Added all the ones.
Just kidding.
Okay, that's perfect.
So I kind of wanted to go a little bit like emergency response over to the 4th of July period. So we had a total of 126 calls from January or July 1st through yesterday. A total of 126 calls. We had 81 of those were on care requests, normally like patient transfers and stuff like that. We had fire response. We've had 12 fires from July 1st through yesterday. And then 28 of those were EMS calls. Of the 12 fire calls, 10 of those were fireworks related as far as fire calls with some sort of property damage, either if it's just grass or fence posts or whatever the case may be, but that's the 10 of those 12. These are currently counties that are in burn ban right now. These are expanding throughout time because we're getting more drought conditions in the area, and you'll see that on the next slide. We got the forecast through this next week, which looks awesome. So you can see in the drought index where you can see the darker color oranges are kind of taking over the area over the yellow. So we're going from a moderate drought to a high drought level. And then you see the darker orange is very high, and then you have red, which is critical or extreme. So those, you can see how the burn ban kind of falls into play with the drought index and how that comes into play. Right now, Hudson County, we met that 500 mark threshold of our drought index, so we're at 506 right now. So what I would recommend that as of right now, we go ahead and put the burn ban in place for time on the document. So our drought's extending, we don't see anything in the near future that's gonna affect it.
Great, thank you. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the burn ban for the period.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to go into the burn ban restricting outdoor burning. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, right, I'm gonna send this around so y'all can sign it.
Does that work?
That worked great.
Great. Item 16, consider and or approve disposal of obsolete office equipment. We have two requests for disposal. One from the Sheriff's Department for a monitor, and the other one is for some obsolete office equipment in Carrie Kimmel's office, which is a laser jet printer.
Make a motion, we approve disposal of those items.
A second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, 17, accept certificates of completion from elected or appointed officials.
I don't have any.
Okay. 18, consider and or approve requests for the use of the club rooms at the Border Library or Fritch.
We will have a baby shower on August 13th. Not we, but they will. Not we. They.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's how rumors get started.
Right.
Item 19, consider and or approve line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments.
I have a few, and one thing I should have pointed out in the policies too, if we receive any kind of revenue that we've not budgeted for, you can amend the budget for those, for that revenue to spend. And so we did receive some one-time funding for adult probation for their state fund. So there's a budget amendment to allow them to spend that money in their supplies line item and also their professional fees line item. And then the other ones that I have are just line item transfers from one budgeted line item to another. There's one for the airport, moving from building maintenance to fuel system expense. There's one for all of the ARP projects that were approved at the last Commissioners Court meeting on the 27th of June. And then there is one for the jail, moving from building maintenance to janitor supplies. There's one for JP1, moving from office equipment to postage. Another one for the juvenile probation for their state fund, moving from residential detention to detention pre-post, and from travel to office supplies. And then another one for the sheriff, moving from equipment to tires. And then an additional one moving from equipment to tires for the sheriff's department. So there's basically two of those. And then the other one is for the sheriff's department, moving from office supplies to car repair and maintenance. And I think y'all all received an email copy of that.
Yes.
I'll make a motion. We approve all line item changes, transfers, budget amendments.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion on those? All in favor? I'm gonna send this around, get you all to sign this too. All right, item 20 is consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids.
We had two ads run for the road and bridge asphalt and one for the road and bridge aggregate. We didn't receive any bids on either one of those ads. There was nothing.
Okay.
And then I also had emailed y'all a request from Captain Sepulveda regarding the jail.
Got that?
She asked that I hold off on that for a minute.
Okay, all right, so we're just gonna table that
Yes.
for now. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Are you gonna make a motion? Oh, on the motion, table that
Make a motion, we table the bid for
bid request.
bid request.
I'll second it.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 21 is to consider and or approve donations to Hutchinson County. We have a donation from the LEPC for $8,500. So we can purchase the ESU trailer. And I believe Jerry talked to that last Commissioners Court meeting about purchasing that trailer for the ESU. And the LEPC has donated the funds for that. We just need to approve that donation.
I'll make a motion to approve the donation.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Back to you, Kathy, when we get done. Any other donations? Anyone else want to give us some money? No. Okay. Item 22, accept reports from elected or appointed officials.
I have June 22 reports were from County Clerk, District Clerk, JP1, JP2, Airport, Library, Hutchinson County Child Welfare Board. Kathy submitted her June financial report, and the tax pool rate as of July the 8th was 1.3963. And then I have Dwayne Chisholm's written report through July the 10th.
Okay,
Moving on.
that's a lot of reports. All right, item 23, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations.
They're about through with their report.
Oh, good.
Okay, Jan will be happy of this, or her ladies will. We started the process, Rick and his, Bob came out and looked and are looking at getting the club room kitchen renovated and also repairing some of the, we noticed a little bit of water leakage that will, this has been happening for a while behind the wall, so that'll be taken care of as well. So, and that should be done in the next month or so.
Time for voting.
Oh, well, yeah, it will be. I didn't even think of that.
Anything else? Anybody got anything else? Okay. All right, item 24, consider and or approve sale of struck off tax properties. We have one tax property that I believe is on Potter Street in Borger. And there was a bid of $4,444 by Casimar Investments from San Antonio. The appraisal value is $25,130. Is that house still on it?
Yes.
Oh, is that current?
Yeah, I went, that took that.
Oh.
Saturday.
Okay. It's a little,
So that's
yeah,
the
tax
foreclosure. So that's in the state limits that we have to accept those, I think, but I'll make a motion, we approve, accept that bid.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, 25 is our budget work session. And Leisha and I met and went over a lot of the budget. And Leisha is doing the proposed budget. We're going to get that sent out, right?
Yeah, I'm working on the recommended.
Or the recommended budget,
And I
yes.
will get that all sent out to each one of you so that y'all have it before the next commissioners court meeting. We've also decided to try to schedule departments on specific days so that we know on this date, we're gonna look at this department and this department and this department to try to, so that they know that they need to show up if they would like to speak on their behalf.
And we'll start that July the 25th and then have another special called meeting on August the 1st. Those will just be budget meetings. Well, not the 25th, but that August 1st will just be a budget meeting. So we'll be getting that recommended budget to the elected officials and department heads, and then
When I
also
send it
the
out to
schedule.
Commissioners, I'll also send it out to the department heads and elected officials so that they know what y'all have to look at. Hopefully by the end of this week.
Yeah. Anybody else have any budget stuff they want to talk about? Our next meeting, we will be having a special called meeting on July the 18th, which is next Monday. And at that time, we will be, did I get that date right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the 18th, yes. We will meet at 10 a.m. instead of 9:30. And we will be doing some interviews for appointment of JP and constable on that date. So that will happen at 10. And then our regular meeting, July the 25th, and a special budget meeting on August the 1st at 9:30. You guys make sure you put that on your calendar. Okay, does anybody have anything else? Gary?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. Do like I hear a second? We're staying here.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in